Imagine this. One day, you stop texting first. You become a little quieter. You focus on yourself. Suddenly, someone who barely seemed interested starts checking in on you. They ask where you've been. They respond faster than usual. They seem different. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe they're afraid of losing someone they never realized meant so much. The truth is, people rarely say, "I'm afraid of losing you." Pride gets in the way. Fear gets in the way. Sometimes they don't even understand their own emotions. Instead, those feelings appear through subtle behaviors that most people overlook. Today, we're going to explore 5 powerful signs someone may secretly be afraid of losing you. These aren't guarantees. Human behavior is complex, and no single sign can reveal exactly what another person is thinking. But when these patterns appear consistently, they can tell you a lot about how much someone values your presence. Let's begin. Have you noticed someone texting you more often? Sending random memes? Sharing videos? Asking simple questions they could have easily figured out themselves? On the surface, it looks ordinary. But sometimes, the conversation isn't the point. The connection is. When people fear losing someone, silence feels uncomfortable. Even small gaps in communication can create anxiety. So they find excuses to stay connected. Maybe they ask, "How was your day? What are you doing? Did you see this?" The topic doesn't matter. The goal is simply to remind you they're still there. The interesting part, many people don't even realize they're doing it. Their emotions quietly influence their behavior before they ever recognize what's happening. Most people are busy living their own lives. If you disappear for a few days, they probably won't think twice. But someone emotionally invested notices almost immediately. Maybe you reply a little slower. Maybe you seem distracted. Maybe you're posting less online. Somehow, they notice. Why? Because people naturally pay attention to what they fear losing. You don't have to announce your absence. They feel it. Sometimes they'll ask if everything is okay. Other times they'll simply start reaching out more. Not because they want attention, but because your distance makes them wonder if something is changing. Have you ever mentioned something once, only for someone to bring it up months later? Your favorite coffee, a dream you had, a goal you wanted to achieve, a stressful meeting, a family story. Most conversations are forgotten within days, but not by someone who truly values you. People remember what matters. That's why meaningful details stick. It's easy to remember birthdays. It's much harder to remember someone's fears, their ambitions, or that random story they told 6 months ago. When someone remembers those little things, they're showing you something far more valuable than memory. They're showing attention, and attention is one of the purest forms of care. Conflict reveals priorities. Anyone can stay when everything is easy, but disagreements tell a different story. Someone who doesn't care often disappears. They ghost, ignore you, avoid difficult conversations, move on. But someone who's afraid of losing you usually reacts differently. They want to fix things. They apologize. They ask to talk, not because they're always right or always wrong, but because losing the relationship feels worse than admitting a mistake. Healthy relationships aren't built by avoiding problems. They're built by facing them together. Sometimes the biggest sign someone values you isn't that they never hurt you. It's that they refuse to lose you over one mistake. Everyone says they're busy, and most people are. But there's something people rarely talk about. Time reflects priorities. Someone who's afraid of losing you doesn't wait until life becomes convenient. They create opportunities. They call during lunch, reply before bed, drive across town, reschedule plans, wake up earlier, stay up later. Not because they have extra time, because they choose to spend it on you. Attention is expensive. Time is priceless. People invest both where their heart already is. Here's where many people go wrong. They assume one sign tells the whole story. It doesn't. Someone texting you often doesn't automatically mean they're afraid of losing you. Someone remembering small details isn't proof either. Real psychology isn't about finding one clue. It's about recognizing consistent patterns over time. The strongest relationships aren't built on guessing. They're built on communication. Never replace honest conversations with assumptions. Use awareness, not paranoia. Sometimes, the people who fear losing you the most never find the words to say it. Instead, they show it. In their effort, their consistency, their attention, their willingness to stay when things become difficult. The people who truly value you rarely need perfect words. Their actions quietly tell the story. You may not come across this message again. Like, Follow and subscribe to Wake Up Mindset for more wake-up calls.